Let's not waste any more time. 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 Let's... Let's not waste any more time.
Yes?
Hey, we got a problem. That chef over there, he saw me when I was getting dragged down to the prison. He'll recognize my face. Isn't it obvious? They're trying to open the Oblivion gates in Skyrim. Call me an optimist, but I don't think they'll succeed. I'm counting on you and Gaben to take care of it. Otherwise, may Stenda have mercy on us. What? I clearly told Nerdius my history is For an orc, I wasn't really the warrior type. You can guess how shameful that was to my father and brothers. I wasn't kicked out, I chose to leave.
What are you looking at? Get out! No. Now, get out of my kitchen. Stop touching my tools. Go away. What? What now? I know. I am on my way.
I think this is the way out. Thank you once again. I truly hope you and Gaben can complete what is already started. May Stenda's mercy be with the both of you.
What is it? Bad news. Dalamus found out about the death of his brother. He'll soon round up every suspect into his office. Pay attention. Dalamus won't do anything with the sigil stone until he captures the murderer. Look, if he summons you to his office, just be reasonable. I might be able to help you out, but don't say anything stupid. Not entirely, but he did put you on his blacklist. Trust me, he'll make you come forward. Like I said, when he asks, answer with your best judgment. Now, go back to your dorm and act normal.
Yes. What is it? Speak. Great. Now, what? Great. Now, what?
Need something? What do you need?
Hey, the Master wants to see you in his office immediately. I don't know, but he sounds pretty furious.
Yes, sirrah. Out with it.
Need something?
What do you need?
Oh, fuck me.
Careful.
I'm waiting.
Everyone's here. Let's begin. Tareen, shut the door. And don't let anyone in or out until the Master says so.
As most of us already know, there has been a series of most unfortunate events in our family. We lost 2 recruits on logistic duty, Urzob the Smith, Cosius Entius, and then my mentor and beloved brother, Dave Arathan. For weeks of Peric's careful tracing, and with help of our old friend, Little Bird, we were able to identify the killer as a mole from fanatics. I swear my life to the brothers and sisters who are now walking the dead land. The mole will be caught and shall taste the bitterness of vengeance. Peric, begin the Inquisition.
Since the death of Orzab, the mandatory reports have been issued. As of now, almost everyone has visited me at least once in my office. With a collection of reports and messages from Little Bird, I was able to narrow it down to 3 possible suspects. These 3, Ornias, Sabanunai, and this acolyte here, have either provided inadequate information or have been pointed as suspects.
What?
That's absurd.
Now, Sabanunai, what were you doing during the night the 2 logistics were murdered?
I was with Cassius. He was complaining about the air vent not functioning as expected.
Do you have a witness who can confirm that claim?
Sadly, Dave was the only other person with me at the time.
Ornias, tell me again what you were doing during the night when the death of the logistics occurred.
Come on, Peric, I was drunk. I don't keep track of what I do.
And what about you, Acolyte? Tell us what you were doing.
He's right. We were getting thrown into the jail after the torture. He can't be the murderer.
In that case, that acolyte can't be the mole. Eric, why did you say that it could be him? Because I told him so. You know, I've been thinking. We are assuming the operation of just one mole. But what if there were more than just one? In such case, I appeared after the first murder. quite a convincing reason. But it could also blind us from recognizing the first mole.
Next inquiry. The death of Orzab Shuzgub. We found Orzab's dead body in her own smithing room. Orzab is known to lock the door quite tightly, all the time. The mole must have broken in somehow. I've devised two scenarios. Someone either picked the lock and murdered her, or someone poisoned her food and delivered it to her.
What about the possibility that someone sneaks inside of the metal crates and assassinate her when she brings it into her room?
I suppose that's also a plausible alternative. Now, Sabanunai, tell us what you were doing the day Orzab died.
I was in my office, reading books and organizing the material list for Cassius.
What about you, Oranias? What were you doing?
I think I was cleaning the kitchen. The kitchen was filthy, very, very filthy.
When you came to my office, you reported that you were cutting vegetables all day for Fedev's special meal.
Oh yeah, that too. The filthy rats ate all the cabbages. I was cutting cabbages all day.
What about you, Acolyte? What were you doing?
Yes, I did send you on a mission with Tarin and Elanu.
The Acolyte did a great job. Vaden, I'm sorry for saying this, but your daughter is really good for nothing.
Hang on. How do we know for sure that the murder took place while they were gone?
Because Helenu and the Acolyte showed up right after we discovered Orzab's dead body. Considering the fact that Orzab's dead remains weren't too rotten when I discovered them, it's reasonable to assume that the murder took place when Tareen and her crew were away.
Proceed.
Next case. Death of Cosius Entius.
Hold on. Hasn't Cosius been killed by his own magic anomalies?
Yes. I am sure he was killed by an accident. But it strikes me as odd, knowing that he conducted over 100 different dangerous experiments. However, he never got himself into much trouble. But suddenly, when we have a mole infestation, he gets killed by his own summoning. Let us suppose the worst and say he wasn't killed by an accident. What do you people have to say for yourselves?
Cosius was a good man, and I had absolutely nothing to do with his death.
He was a genius, but too stubborn to be open-minded. I used to warn him that his experiments would cost him his life someday.
His death was not an accident, but clearly a murder. Cosius was on the verge of decrypting the Zarzis.
I agree. At least he taught me enough to get it to work. After this trial, Varden and I will be heading into the portal. Speaking of which, Merrick, remind me again once we are done with this trial. There is something I need to tell you.
I will. Next, inquiry. We have a report from Little Bird. He pointed out that the mole was tailing him when Vaden left to meet him.
The mole made a mistake and fell into his trap of inferno instead.
Oranias, you seem burned lately.
Haven't you been into the kitchen? Anyone who works there eventually gets burned up.
I haven't been outside the library since the death of Cassius. You can ask anyone.
That is irrelevant. We would like to know exactly what you did when you stepped out of the cavern.
Actually, it is not entirely irrelevant. I've spent decades or more, my entire life, searching for the razor of Merun's Dagon. Since he did find it, I assume he must have spent considerable time and effort outside. There is no need for him to explain it in detail.
As you wish. The next inquiry is the death of Fede Varathan, and the escape of the prisoner Lorbel.
Until the Master mentioned it earlier in the trial, I didn't even know Fedave had passed away. Like I said before, I rarely leave the library.
I was making Vadovi's special meal all day. When I got to his office, he was gone.
Oranias, were you aware that the prisoner from Fedave's prison escaped through the kitchen's secret passage?
Someone escaped through the kitchen? Why are you asking me if someone escaped through the kitchen?
Because you are the only one who knew about the secret entrance in the kitchen. Furthermore, Dave thought you were trustworthy enough to be placed there.
In addition, the guard captain already clarified. No one else passed through the main entrance. Oranias, answer honestly and your punishment might be reduced to a much more bearable one. Did you kill Fedave and free Lorbel?
What? I did not kill Fadavi. He is the only one who approved of me. Why would I do such a thing?
Oranias, you knew about the prisoners, and you were at the kitchen all day when Lorbel escaped. I really don't believe that you didn't know Lorbel escaped through the kitchen.
This trial is a jest. I'm being victimized for no good reason.
Keep your objections to yourself, Oranias.
Enough. Let me hear what the Acolyte has to say.
Yes, that was the day you came in to report.
No, it wasn't. I clearly saw this acolyte coming in the day I came in. I remember that.
For some special cases, I summon more than once. Stop trying to frame other people, Oranias.
I have to say, I am in doubt, Acolyte. Something doesn't add up. Other than the death of the logistics team, your reasons are vague at best. I am still not convinced that you are fully innocent. That's enough. I believe I know who the mole is. The one who murdered our brothers and sisters. The one who was sent by the fanatics to destroy the work of Mythic Dawn. The mole is Oranius.
What? I'm innocent. I'm not the mole.
Tarin, give that traitor what he deserves.
Master, you wanted a word with me?
Right. Rick. We've got some good news. I am able to create a portal to take us to the realm which we can rebuild the old.
Here you are. Read it and put it back in the shelf when you're done.
Initially, I planned to take Fidave, Varden and Littlebird, but Fidave is gone.
Please don't mix up the books.
Bird won't be able to come here soon. I was thinking about substituting you and Salves instead. What do you say?
I'm honored. One question. Can the portal take more than 4 souls?
If Cosius was here, he probably could have done so. But unfortunately, at the moment, this was all I could do. Come back here when you are ready. Great. I can't wait to get it started.
Shh. Not here. Talk to me once I'm in my office.
Well, that's fucking subtle, isn't it?
Yes. What is it?
There's no time for chit-chat. Dalamus is trying to open a portal to his paradise as we speak. First things first, we let Dalamus take the sigil stone to his paradise, where he enchants it with a powerful spell. When it's enchanted, it can cause massive destruction. The perfect source to be planted inside a fuel tank to blow up the Mythic Dawn hideout. Indeed. I've been trying to rig that fuel tank for a long time. Unfortunately, rigging it isn't enough to cause sufficient amounts of destruction. Recalling what Lorble said, the sigil stone's a powerful relic. It should do the trick. Escape? We are the martyrs of Stendar. My good child, we already died the moment we became the agents of righteous might. However, if we're lucky enough to have some spare time, there might be a minute or two. Once the portal's up, Dalamus will probably jump in first. He's been too eager to get into his own paradise. Then the rest of the Erathins will jump into it. Wait until all 3 of them go inside, and then proceed into the portal. You heard, Dalamus. It can only take 4 people maximum. Besides, the fuel tank needs to be properly dismantled before getting it rigged. While you're gone, I'll prepare the tank down there. Remember, your primary objective is to grab the enchanted sigil stone. Wait until Dalamus enchants the sigil stone, and then grab it, as soon as it's available. Killing Aerithans should be your secondary objective. Because I don't have time to teach you how to dismantle it. Also, Snadman's coming. Dalamus mentioned his delay, but he's definitely on his way. Believe me, I have unfinished business with him. From what Lorbal described, once you grab the enchanted sigil stone, it should teleport you back to the location you entered. Now, get yourself ready, and meet me back here before heading out to Dalamus's office.
Need something?
Fuck off.
Need something?
Yes?
Right. What a fucking twat.
There's no... When it's enchanted, in recalling what Lorble said... However, if we're lucky enough to have... Once the... Then the rest of the Erathons will... While you... Wait until Dalamus and... Because Dalamus mentioned his delay. From what Lorble... Now, get yourself ready. And meet me back here before heading out to Dalamus's office. Perfect. Wait outside Dalamus's office until the Erathons are gone.
I'm waiting.
Certain whether this moment could become a reality. Here I am, standing before the entrance of my own paradise.
Master, I'm ready. By the way, who will be in charge of the family once we head into the portal?
I left word with the guard captain. He will notify little Bird to take charge of the family while we are gone. Brother, what are we expecting in the paradise? What is the first thing we do once we get there? I need to enchant the Sigil stone. Meanwhile, I suppose you could summon Atronax and start populating the land. Let's go.
Uncle, you are the master of the family. Please take the honor of being the first to step into paradise.
Of course. I will see you all again in my paradise.
Indeed, we will. Remember, the sigil stone is your primary goal. Grab it, and you'll be thrown back here again. Meanwhile, I'll get the fuel tank rigged. Once you get back here, come straight down to the fuel depository. Good luck.
What took you so long? Uncle's almost done. Wait. Oh, I get it. You are the mole. You killed Peric and came here to ruin our plan. Uncle, abort the enchantment.
so far. Whether it was by the directions of whom you work for, or by your own decisions. Prove yourself a martyr, acolyte, or whoever you really are. I respect your willingness to sacrifice. Thus, I grant you a last chance to make a remark. Maybe you are right. I never was a martyr for Lord Dagon. He probably wouldn't have chosen me. Nonetheless, your life is at its end. Speak. I am Dalamus.
Need something.
Need something?
You made it! Excellent. Now hand over... Ah, so this is the sigil stone they've been talking about. Such unholiness. Give me a minute. The tank's nearly rigged. Soon, we'll be able to get it to blast. This might take a while. Maybe we can use this time to discuss what to do afterwards. Once I finish rigging it, you'll walk out of here using the same logistic excuse. I will sneak out from the kitchen. We'll have to be very quick because the tank will blow up in less than 3 minutes. I hope I'm not being optimistic. Perhaps we have less than 2 minutes. This tank. It's quite sturdy. In case we don't make it out of here alive, I want you to know you did a fantastic job. I'm a hard man to impress, and I think you're the best I've ever seen. If we get out of here alive, find me at the stables outside of...
Rats. Guard captain, the spies are at the fuel depository. Barricade the entrance. Get all the men over here. Wait a minute. I don't believe that. Is that you?
Is that the best
Goodbye.
you got?
I thought you were killed 12 years ago.
My name, I'm sure. Truth is, I'm not. I've done so many. Mighty Stendar knows what I've done, and for whom I've sacrificed. I do not care what everyone else thinks of me.
Need something?
I see. Well, I'll be staying at the guild a while longer if you change your mind.
You made it! Excellent. Ah, give me a minute. The tank's nearly rigged. This might take a while. Maybe we can use this time to discuss what to do afterwards. Once I finish rigging it, you'll walk out of here using the same logistic excuse. I will sneak out from the kitchen. We'll have to be very quick because the tank will blow up in less than 3 minutes. I hope I'm not being optimistic. Perhaps we have less than 2 minutes. This tank. It's quite sturdy. In case we don't make it out of here alive, I want you to know you did a fantastic job. I'm a hard man to impress, and I think you're the best I've ever seen. If we get out of here alive, find me at the stables outside of...
Rats. Guard captain. The spies are at the fuel depository. Barricade the entrance. Get all the men over here. Wait a minute. I don't believe this. Is that you? Good man. I thought you were killed 12 years ago.
Snodman, you devious traitor. Last 12 years I've been wondering what I was gonna do to you when you appeared in front of me again.
I guess we'll have to do what the incompetent Arathans couldn't do. Come and get me, Gaban. I'm right here.
Psst. The Dwemer tool is broken. Go to Helena's room and get the replacement. She used to steal those from the stockroom years ago. She's gotta have spare ones in her dormitory. Hurry, this place will get swarmed very soon. I'll buy you some time.
Oh, it's you. I almost thought the killer was coming after me. The guard captain came by and said there may be killers in the fuel depository. They made my father and uncle disappear, and now they're trying to get rid of me as well. I have it here. Hey, didn't you hear what I just said? There are mass murderers in the fuel depository. You can't go there. You are lying. How could I have been so blinded? All the weird questions you asked, all the strange things that occurred since you came. Oh, please don't kill me. I am too young to die. Thank you so much.
Is someone...
I'll end your miserable life. Las Ganir!
Did you get the tool? Bad news. Snodman damaged the fuel tank. The moment I activate it, it'll instantly blow. You are going to run. I'll give you 3 minutes before I do it. That's assuming the Mythic Dawn don't kill me. What about me? Just go. Someday you'll have your moment to die as a hero, but not today. Come on, get out of here.
Someone there?
What was that?
Never should have come here.
You can't hide from me. You're dead.
Failing to resurrect the mythic dawn of the Third Era, the remnants crumbled and became no more than a traveling merchant's tale. It told the story of a martyr who walked out of Dagon's fortress. In his wake, ambitions and dreadful dreams perished, and with them the dawn into dust. The man who started the reunion of the remnants and followers of Mehrunes Dagon, Dalamus Adathan, so-called prophet of destruction, now lies dead in the realm of the void that he once promised as a paradise. The martyr showed mercy upon the defenseless. Despite Helana's alignment with Mythic Dawn, she was spared. Her lifelong dream, to live outside of the cavern, Helana drifted from place to place, seeing and experiencing on her own. She also started a new cult to worship Mehrunes Dagon, following the footsteps of her uncle Dalamus Adathan. However, her work couldn't last, not because of lack of knowledge or ability to attract new followers, but a new group of fanatical and merciless monks have appeared in Skyrim with self-proclaimed title Guardians of Merciful Forbearance. In the name of Stendar and to preserve his merciful will, these monks ruthlessly assassinated any and all who appeared to follow the Daedra. Their bloody operations did not go unnoticed. Volomue had secretly gathered the information of the slaughters and butchering done by these guardians before he joined that order. He was not surprised to learn that his name made it onto their list for eradication. Deciding not to test them, he made to move to a much more secure place. Before he left Hawker's place, he sent a letter to the martyr. Whether he was truly on the side of righteous might or not, his intentions and identity will have to unfold in another chapter. Meanwhile, Lorbul Bogabd went to the shrine of Stendar in Winterhold. He slowly approached the altar and spoke a word of appreciation to the deity for looking over his life. Lorbul explained to Irbrand how he lives, and by whom he was saved. Then he revealed what really happened 12 years ago. Before departing, he left a small token of his appreciation inside Irbrand's stash, hoping the martyr who saved his life would make a good use of it. A beginning is only the start of a journey to another beginning. As the martyr walked out of the collapsed cavern, he proceeded on his next journey. The greatest and longest journey, the journey inward, to walk the path assigned for an agent of righteous might.
No idea. He came back with his stuff. No, he didn't say anything. Like I said, I have no idea where he might be. It is a bit weird. He usually says a word or two before he leaves. Get me more skooma. No, I shouldn't. I could, but I wouldn't.
Speak, while the sun. Everything Marator has is for sale. Take a look. Good hunting. Yes. Maruto is here to eat. Everything Maruto has is for sale. Take a look. Swift hunting.